Have you ever stopped to wonder if the probiotics you see lined up on the shelves actually do what they promise, especially during menopause? Many women today are spending money every month on supplements that claim to fix digestion, balance hormones, reduce belly fat, and even lift mood, but the truth is, most of them don't know whether these products really work. This video is here to strip away the glossy marketing and give you science-based clarity. By the end, you will know how probiotics interact with your body during menopause, when they can actually be useful, and when you might be wasting your money. So stay with me until the end, because the answers may surprise you and even change the way you take care of your health from now on. Menopause is a stage of life that brings profound shifts not just in your hormones, but in your whole body ecosystem. One of the most overlooked changes happens deep in your gut, where trillions of bacteria live. These bacteria aren't just passive passengers. They play a critical role in digestion, immunity, and surprisingly, hormone regulation. Scientists have identified something called the estrobiome, a community of bacteria that helps recycle estrogen in the body. When estrogen levels decline, as happens in menopause, these bacteria often decline too. This loss of microbial diversity can ripple through your health, causing bloating, constipation, stubborn weight gain, brain fog, and even mood swings. So it's no wonder that many women in their 40s, 50s, and 60s turn to probiotics, hoping that restoring their gut health could ease these symptoms. But here's where the confusion starts. Not all probiotics are created equal. Walk into any pharmacy or health food store and you'll see shelves filled with bottles boasting billions of CFUs, colony-forming units, with promises of better digestion, stronger immunity, and even hormone balance. Some are marketed specifically for women, some for weight loss, some for mood support. It can be overwhelming, and most labels don't even explain what strains are inside or what they are supposed to do. That's why so many women feel frustrated. They try different brands, spend a fortune, but still feel bloated, tired, and discouraged. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. So let's look at what the science really says. Probiotics are live microorganisms that, when taken in adequate amounts, can provide a health benefit. But the key word here is adequate, and the other key is specific. A probiotic only works if it contains the right strain for the right purpose. For example, certain strains of lactobacillus are known to help with vaginal health, reducing infections and supporting pH balance. Other strains, like bifidobacterium, may be more helpful for digestion and reducing inflammation. Yet many commercial products simply combine random strains into a probiotic blend and hope for the best, without any studies to back up their effectiveness. This is why it's so important to look beyond the hype and focus on evidence. Another truth you need to know is that probiotics don't work in isolation. They need the right environment to thrive, and that environment is created by what you eat every day. Think of probiotics like seeds. If you throw seeds onto dry, barren soil, nothing will grow. But if you plant them in rich soil, water them, and give them sunlight, they flourish. Your gut works the same way. Without enough prebiotic fibers from vegetables, legumes, and whole grains, the friendly bacteria can't survive long. So before spending a lot on expensive capsules, it's worth asking, are you feeding your gut bacteria the right way? Now let's connect this directly to menopause. When estrogen declines, gut bacteria diversity often decreases. This can lead to slower digestion, poor nutrient absorption, and inflammation. Symptoms like bloating, constipation, or unpredictable bowel habits become more common. At the same time, the gut-brain axis, this communication pathway between your digestive tract and your brain, can influence how you feel mentally. Many women report brain fog, memory lapses, and even increased anxiety. While these are often blamed solely on hormones, studies show the gut microbiome plays a part too. Certain bacteria help produce neurotransmitters like serotonin and short-chain fatty acids that support brain health. So when these bacteria diminish, it can affect mood and cognition. But does taking probiotics automatically fix these issues? The answer is more complex than supplement companies would like you to believe. Clinical trials show mixed results. Some women do experience less bloating, improved bowel habits, or better mood with specific strains. Others notice no change at all.
Why?
Because the impact depends on the match between the strain, the dose, and the individual woman's unique microbiome. Imagine trying to fix every household problem with just one tool. You wouldn't expect a hammer to fix a leaky pipe or a screwdriver to mow the lawn. In the same way, no single probiotic can fix every symptom of menopause. So how do you know if probiotics are worth it for you? Let's walk through a simple checklist. First, check the label for specific strains. A good product will list not just the species, like Lactobacillus acidophilus, but the exact strain, such as Lactobacillus acidophilus NCFM. Each strain has been studied for different purposes. Second, look for research. Has this strain been studied in women, ideally in menopause or postmenopause? Third, be wary of exaggerated claims. If a probiotic promises to melt belly fat or balance your hormones overnight, it's more marketing than science. Fourth, consider your goal. If you're looking to improve digestion, focus on strains studied for bowel health. If you're dealing with vaginal dryness or infections, look at strains specific to women's health. And finally, remember that consistency matters. Probiotics aren't magic pills. They need time, usually several weeks, to make a difference, and they must be supported by diet and lifestyle. Speaking of lifestyle, it's important to remember that probiotics are only one piece of the puzzle. Supporting your gut health through daily habits may be more powerful than any supplement. Eating fiber-rich vegetables, especially cruciferous ones like broccoli, cabbage, and kale, can provide the building blocks your microbiome needs. Fermented foods such as sauerkraut, kimchi, kefir, and yogurt naturally contain live bacteria that are often more effective than capsules. Staying hydrated, limiting processed foods, and managing stress are equally crucial. Chronic stress, for example, releases cortisol, which can damage the friendly bacteria in your gut. So taking a probiotic while living in constant stress may cancel out its benefits. Another important point is knowing when probiotics may be most helpful. For instance, after a course of antibiotics, which can wipe out both harmful and beneficial bacteria, probiotics can help restore balance. They may also be useful for women experiencing frequent digestive discomfort or recurring vaginal infections. But for general health, they should be seen as a supportive tool, not a miracle solution. In some cases, focusing on nutrition and lifestyle might bring more noticeable improvements than supplements. So, do you really need probiotics in menopause? The honest answer is, not always. They can be a helpful ally, but they are not essential for everyone. What is essential is creating the right environment for your gut to thrive. Think of probiotics as a bonus, not the foundation. Your foundation is whole foods, fiber, fermented products, hydration, and stress management. Without these, probiotics are like planting seeds in dry sand. With them, probiotics can flourish and amplify the benefits. This brings us to the final and most important takeaway. Smart choices beat expensive hype every time. You don't need to fall for glossy ads or miracle promises. What you need is knowledge, clarity, and a strategy that works for your body. So before you reach for that next bottle of capsules, pause and ask yourself, is this strain right for me, and am I creating the right soil for it to grow? If the answer is no, then maybe your money is better spent at the farmer's market than the supplement aisle. Now I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever tried probiotics during menopause? Did you feel a real difference, or did it just feel like throwing money away? Share your story in the comments below, because your experience could help another woman who's just as confused as you once were. And if you want more science-based clarity to navigate supplements and natural solutions in menopause, don't forget to subscribe and join me here every week. Because this journey is not about chasing trends, it's about making smart, evidence-based choices that help you feel better, think clearer, and live stronger every single day.